right, let's go, baby. Happy Thursday, everybody. We're back again. Still going strong. Like second week, whatever. Maybe third. We're just going strong Monday through Friday. Back today, we're going to be doing some drawing, maybe some watercolor. Pretty much prepping a drawing that's taking us much longer than we thought it was gonna. But we are enjoying it. We're having fun. Hogwarts Legacy just came out. So everybody's probably on playing that. I guess technically it comes out tomorrow. But if you got the deluxe version like us, or some people, get to play early. So it's a fun time. So that's got us inspired to do a little Harry Potter painting. We have no idea how it's going to come out. Very much out of our wheelhouse. But, we're going to try. We're going to see if we can even get the drawing. The drawing's taken us a long time. We're going to continue going from there. We're not going to have a super long stream today because we are starting late. We've been drawing all morning. We didn't realize what time it was. We started early on the iPad, then moved right into pencil sketching, and it just kind of didn't come together at all. So we had to keep reworking and reworking and reworking. And sure enough, we have our bases down now. So we're gonna go in with a little more pencil. And then start to get pen and ink in. I'm not sure exactly how much. Right, internet's back. Internet's still weird on that PC, but it's okay. We're gonna keep on cruising. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. This is what we have so far. I guess that's our keyboard. You don't need that, obviously. We'll zoom in quite a bit. It's again, we're doing like a famous movie scene here, a movie image. Just pulling it and reinterpreting, reimagining. And kind of just having fun with it. Felt like a good fun image again for Hogwarts Legacy. So we're going to continue with a little bit of pencil drawing to continue putting things exactly where they should be. And yeah, we're going to keep going. Again, we're not going to go crazy long today. Hour and change or so, hour and a half. Maybe a little longer, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. It's always played by ear. So jump right into it here. That's what we're working with. There, so you can see how it's kind of a rough, it's good, but it's all rough edges, rough sketchings, rough mark making. Did not come together as clean or smooth as we hoped. That's gonna happen. Go. So again, we're going to continue using, we like this sort of Stedler drafting pens. And we're going to go from there for the most part. We always keep a nice sharp point, like we've said. And again, we went in and we've kind of started, there's a lot of lines that we have to get rid of. We keep erasing and putting stuff back in. And what we're doing here is, again, because it's a recognizable character, like we said last time, we are kind of approaching it like a very completed commission, where we do want it to be recognizable to a certain individual. So we're taking a lot of time on the drawing, and then we're going to have more fun on the watercolor part of it, because it's almost like we're just coloring it in at that point. But yeah, you can see I'm going to go through and I have to erase a lot of that because there's just a lot of sketch marks and like placeholders almost. When we were sketching everything out, we drew right through all the figure. And again, now we're just kind of going back and see exactly what is going to work and what we want to keep. And we do that early on so that when painting, I can then choose to use it or take it away. It's harder, it's more difficult to decide when you're actually painting of what you want to include if it's already there, and you can kind of, again, go back and forth like we've said. It's much easier to do that with paint when you can like make something disappear, use it if you want to, use some small details, use bigger shapes. But if you can't see them and you have to decide if you want them first, it's tough because when paint goes down, it's just more permanent, obviously. So with watercolor, we do much more drawing a lot of the time. And that's kind of just because, again, it's just a little easier to go in with the watercolor and know where we want certain edges and certain colors. But this is also, as I say, much more on the side of just like the style, because it's a recognizable character. I'll always be a little bit more prep work than just kind of making it happen on the page. But I think we have to kind of just erase some of that, and or maybe just hop in with a pen, and maybe just put a couple lines in and start some watercolor, because we don't really want to do too much here that we can't undo with a pencil either, which is very important, you know. But we want to make sure we keep all of our edges. A lot of this is going to be lost. We want some sharp edges around here. We're going to go cool to warm. We're going to go very, very blues and cools on this side, and then keep everything very warm on this side. Right here is going to be pretty much white. Hopefully nothing in there. And yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. So again, I think we can definitely go through and kind of put these glasses in. In the glasses, I don't need them to be like a perfect solid outline, because I'll use that when I'm painting, just a guide more than anything. But that will very much help me see edges, as well as if it's not a solid line, it's gonna feel just more accurate lighting wise. I'm gonna do a little bit of cross hatching here, like I've said too, with the pen, so that I can kind of keep some of these dark edges that I want to keep throughout. Again, I'm being very I don't like the word sketchy, just because that doesn't translate well most of the time, but just like very rough kind of sketchy marks. Yeah, keeping them loose and scratchy almost, you know what I mean? So nothing's really exactly outlined. We're gonna outline some things, but again, it's gonna be the very thin pen, the very fine pen, so hopefully it'll work in our favor. But you never really know, do you? Never really know. We have to make that jacket part one little piece, a tough little piece, definitely a tricky little piece. And because he's a recognizable character, that's always a fun challenge. I guess not always. I feel like I definitely didn't always enjoy doing this. I think right now I'm really having fun with it, because I can see, even for myself, I can see my sort of style come out. You know what I mean? I can kind of look at a couple of them that I've done and really see, and see my own style and sort of click into that and hone that and understand sort of what I'm really doing when I'm working, you know? Maybe. Maybe not. We're putting a lot of marks here that we might not like overall. But we're also reserving that right to not like it because we're stepping out of our wheelhouse, right? So what's more important is enjoying the process, seeing what we can learn. Seeing if there is a way that it can come together. You know, for the better. Hopefully, but we'll see. A little different approach. I guess it's not really, because again, we will get to where we're just finding basic shapes, but as of right now, we're just obviously lining. And again, we're kind of thinking what we want the final piece to look like. We're going for, again, a reinterpretation of a known image. So the funnest thing we can do there. Well, I guess not the funnest thing, but for us, what we're really enjoying is kind of like a graphic novel, illustrative style almost. I think is a pretty fun little approach to take. This is a tough piece here because again, there's a lot of emotion, obviously. I have to make sure he stays angry and not just like a weird old man. Kind of looks like an old man right now. But what are you gonna do? That's why it'll be fun to kind of approach this in a little different manner as far as the warm to cool, because it is a pretty strong piece as far as warms up front here. And I'll push that as well as push the cools in the background, which will make it, you know, more illustrative fun, hopefully. Maybe not, we'll see. Tough to say for sure. That again with ears, I don't love ears. I mean, I like them, but I always try to figure out what balance to take with them. I think the hair is going to be a big part of recognizing Terry too. Can't really see it. I know he has a scar, but I don't see it, so it's kind of tricky. I don't know this man Harry well enough, you know. I'm on a first name basis, but not like remember where his scar is first name basis. No, we're not like that tight. But it was a pretty convenient dude to know. And we're definitely having fun up top here with the hair. It's gonna be stylized, sort of more like we would enjoy to see it, because that's our right. And we are very much going for like a fun sort of illustrative style. And that's why I think as of now we're keeping the I don't want to go in too much with hatch marks here. I can get a little cross hatch happy real quick. Sometimes it's tough to get rid of some of those. Put them down. You can always put more in later. It's important to, you know, make sure you kind of keep seeing what you're doing and measuring it consistently as you go. So you can always put in more pen marks. Sometimes it's tough to remove a pen. The hard part about working with them. It's like definitely a more permanent mark that you put down. There are erasable pens, but I kind of think that defeats the purpose once you start using a pen to sketch. A lot today, sorry. And it's I didn't realize I was just cruising. I like it. I like where we're at, don't get me wrong. Very happy with it. I wanted to get more of it done today. But that's again never part of. Oh, I left my coffee upstairs. All right, first break. I have to get that. Can't stop right now though. I have a lot of shading marks like that. I didn't really want to put that in there. I want to put in this. I have a lot of shading marks and a lot of wrong marks. Not wrong, early marks that I've made that I'm kind of deciphering against before I go into paint. This looks like a magic Wolverine. The guy, not the animal. I don't want to work too much on this side. I want to start finishing here and working this way so that I'm not just working and I'm not putting my hand in everything I just like finished pretty much. Busy day, but a good day. Puppy's not feeling great, which is a bummer. Yeah, he's just ate something that's upsetting his tummy a little. And so now when I go through this part, I am kind of seeing what is going to be the shadow line and where I can maybe kind of like pick up and put down lines, lost and found sort of. Maybe I can get away with some cross hatching to keep it interesting once we start putting in some values underneath. All right. drifting this way. I don't know why exactly. Had a good, but again, busy, productive, kind of like all over the place day as far as artwork back and forth, puppies. Because can't really tell what's happening. But it definitely looks like his shirt's just ripped. I'm happy I caught that. I was wrong already. That's why you go through slow. Even like we say, when you have paint down, when you have drawings done, when you have... Doesn't really matter. Always be checking. ABC. Save artwork. Tricky little part. I don't know what I have that I want to keep. Nail in the thumb. That looks like a big toe, but that's just kind of his thumb, I guess. Working. I'm not even going to carry that all the way out because I want to keep that glow almost like it's not even lighting up, like it's overpowering the glow of the wand, you know what I mean? Again, we're going to keep it weighted a little differently and a little heavier here, and as we get towards the light, it's going to be a little bit thinner weight, line weight, if anything. And now I'm doing a lot of this again so I can keep seeing these lines, and then I can put in shapes around them with watercolor. Because this is only, again, what, 4 inches, 3 inches? I don't know what it is. Tiny. It's definitely a little out of my wheelhouse. So I like to, you know, have stuff place. Comfortable. It's already an uncomfortable piece, right? So I try to do all the hard work beforehand. I talk about composition. I talk about planning all that stuff because it just makes it, you know, the process of painting much easier. Same goes with recognizable characters, you know. Take your time, go slow. Give yourself more marks than you might think you need because they can get lost real quick the minute you start adding water to them. If you're painting over them. If you're not painting over them, who cares? And just enjoy the drawing, right? The hand too so. Going through and keeping again the marks weighted kind of appropriately. So if it's on a darker edge, I'm putting them a little in. I'm putting them in a little darker and heavier. Again, where there's light, I'm maybe not even putting them in. I'm kind of stopping the line a little bit here or there. But because I'm also using such a thin line that a lot of these, not a lot. More of these than normal are actually guidelines so that I can see where and how to continue putting paint down. A little easier and quicker. My own brain. More information you have down, the easier the whole piece gets. And like I said earlier, you can choose what information you then want to use, like if and when you want to use it. I'm going to wash out this whole arm because it just looks too much, too distracting. I'll know before I go in with the paint. I don't think I'll be doing that, but I'm just saying. These are always really fun. Because it just takes you out of your comfort zone. Well, I guess something different than what you do is always fun because it takes you out of your comfort zone. People might draw movie scenes or Harry Potter or stuff like that all the time, but doing something in a little different style. Always, again, very good for our mental process, our learning ability, all of that. We learn a lot. Step out of your comfort zone. That's why I'm really enjoying doing different work here. Obviously, again, you see most of my work is far more fine art-esque. Fine art-ish. But this is, again, very fun, sort of different style that I'm learning a lot. I can use and bring to different parts of my other artwork. Because that's not obvious. That's the whole point. I'm trying to share that, you know. And again, I might wash a lot of this out like super loose. And see what kind of style we can really push it to. Between like a mix of some interesting drawing, illustrative line work to a very loose painterly style watercolor maybe. The jam too. It's far more enjoyable than the suspenseful music we were playing yesterday. Far more enjoyable. Right. Kind of trying to make that look like the zipper of the jacket, clearly. I think we'll do that more with some paint effects, but it's fun. A lot of that I think we're going to end up doing actually with some paint, because this is part that we will kind of lose the focus out here. Just like we won't lose the focus, but we'll get rid of it a bit, loosen it up, because we just don't want these this part of the painting to catch your eye really. I'm kind of being a little looser on this side. Might be a little too dark there. Okay. No, we don't need much of an edge there. We'll be fine. Going in again with a it's a 1, I think. 0.1 maybe? I don't know. But we're trying to mark down, you know, a little bit of shading too. Trying to put down more information than we might need. Background might be the hardest part, as weird as that sounds. Even to do like loose and messy, we need it to feel like rubble, which is sometimes tough, just because it has to be very angular but randomized. I kind of just go through and put in like shapes. I think that's all you're supposed to do. These are stairs, which we obviously we do want to. I think that's so I can get my hand at a straighter angle. easier for me than going like this. Why? I don't know. I don't want to get that too messy there. Oops. A little messier than we would have wanted. Never drawn Harry Potter in my life. Tell him sorry. I think a lot of that I'm gonna put in after, actually, because we'll start with just some simple gray washes back there. I think might outline him a bit more, but not until he's like almost done, I think. Because I don't want the outline to overpower the, like, if it doesn't work, I don't want it to be too powerful before I know sort of how it's all going to play out with some values and some lighting in here. All right, I'm trying to see if there's some shapes I missed here, if there's anything else I want to put in. I think a lot of this we kind of simplify in with some paint, but I don't know how much, because I also think we need quite a bit of it to make sense of the piece here. See, the values of the that I'll put in all through the eyes are what's going to keep it looking aggressive. It has to, again, stay very strong and aggressive all through here, but we'll hit all that with color and values, because don't want to put too much line work in. I might end up putting a lot of line work in, so I don't want to put too much line work in before I know exactly how much I want to continue putting. And the only way I'll know that is to keep on working and get more colors down. There though. I just keep looking up and seeing what I can see on a quick glance, and if I can, I'm kind of putting everything I can glance and see in. I have to, otherwise I just feel like I'm gonna be missing it or upset that I didn't add it in. Yeah, I'll probably end up coming through the hair with a colored pencil actually too. That'll give us some nice good layers. I think that's pretty close here. Glasses do get pretty dark. Certainly isn't going for a frame that like isn't noticeable. I guess they're like an important part of the old HP. Alright, we're doing too much pen work. Okay. Can't erase that. As we go back here with the pen. Liking it so far though. I like the feel of it. Have a nice hard edge here. Kind of seeing what hard edges I can maybe like solidify. There aren't too many that I really want to guarantee here. Definitely one, two. I guess that kind of works much better if we kind of go through and start showing our edges for what we need. Not all of them, but again, we can put a nice little line down on a lot of these. This has to read. Own thing. And this is underneath here. Right? We're liking. I don't think I want too sharp of lines down here actually, like I have up on the face. I kind of want this like it is in the photo, a little out of focus maybe. I think that'll just help the piece. Set up. Guess that kind of sense to put in. Because this is again kind of like we like to call the that out of bounds line. That part I'm gonna have to resolve a little tighter here. I'm gonna have to go back and forth with color pencil and probably watercolor and pen and ink. Happens. Working. Like it. These came out of nowhere. But I am liking the vibe, the feel. It's appropriate, you know, it's relevant. Best believe after I finish this, I'm putting on Chamber of Secrets and hopping right on in to Hogwarts Legacy. Big time. Right. Liking. Right. Yeah. Put too much here, but I kind of want to get this edge. That I can see like dark light at least. That's And now I think I have to get out of here. It's a little too patchy here. Okay. I think that comes out a little too far there. That's okay though. We're gonna make it work. popping the cap on and then popping the cap back off. Kind of making these last few marks here. Do you have his scar like removed? I'm excited to go down the Harry Potter journey. Harry Potter journey. Alright. So I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break here, about an hour. We are gonna throw some watercolor on. I'm not sure how much. I don't know, actually. We might come back and have an hour. We'll see. We'll see. We have an hour. We're gonna take a 5-minute break, refresh, reset, see what we have to get done here, and we might come in with some watercolor. We might. It's looking pretty good. We might end up throwing some watercolor on there, and going from there. Yeah, we'll see. Appreciate that love. Be sure to hit that like and that sub down below if you haven't already. Can't thank you guys enough for the support. And we'll be right back. More Harry Potter. All right. Let's see. We're ready to put some washes in. We have an hour. I was trying to think of what we could do, but it's kind of just ready, so we might as well just do it in a couple different washes. Chances are we'll have to put stuff down and let it dry anyway. Let's get it. Like we said, we're gonna be a little more experimental on this piece also. So gonna kind of stay warm and cool and kind of push that narrative. Not really a narrative, but color scheme. Call it that. Does that work? Don't need a lot of these. We're not going to save any of these. Really like these, like raceway style palette, and I like it so much I haven't really looked for another one because it just works. So. Ain't broke, why fix it? Alright, let's see what we can get done here. So we're gonna be a little loose and we're gonna push this warm and cool narrative. We're gonna be a little bit more watercolor-ish, I hope. We just put down some big splotches of color and see how it kind of goes. But knowing me, there's no way I'm gonna do that. I want a lot of red throughout this. Gonna kind of water it down a lot so it's fairly transparent. Like I say, I'm gonna try to put, I don't like that color, so we're gonna either. Put it a little more glowy rather than pink. Pink isn't bad because it will sort of shine through. I think almost exactly how we want it, but I kind of want it in the middle of that and like a reddish, like a vibrant, like fire red. And yeah, again, this is very much an experimental process for us. That's one of the funnest things we enjoy, you know. We try new mediums, try new subject matters. Within reason, I guess, because again, they're all fairly similar, figurative for the most part. But yeah, you know what I mean. All this right through here. Might be able to finish and fix it. We might. No, I don't totally know. A little bit more. I don't love that like pink. And a little bit more skin tone-ish. No, pink kind of is, I guess, a skin tone. It's like Fruity Pebbles pink almost. Is that a thing? Sense to me. That's better. All right, cool. Now let's keep putting some of this down. We're gonna go in through the hand here too. Yeah, I like this hue of red here. This might even get more and more red as we continue. To put some colors down, you know, especially the hand. But for now, where we want it. Cool. It still has to be very much planes facing this way are going to be red. Planes facing that way are going to stay very cool. So you're going to have warms and cool on both sides of the face, you know? They're just going to kind of interchange, and you can put them in the right place. I'm kind of underpainting. I'm kind of just putting down a color that I almost want to like shine through. When I put down more skin tones. Again, trying just a new process, trying a new way to lay paint in and lay paint down. We have a very nice solid drawing, so it's a good chance or a good opportunity to take chances. That makes sense. We know where stuff should go. So why not try and experiment with different marks? Right? So my brain works. Again, it takes a lot of bad art to make a little good art. It's frustrating when you just see all these shorts and everything. It's like, oh, they're doing all this work in 60 seconds. Like, yeah, they went through a lot though. Definitely one of my least favorite parts of just social media in general, because I feel like it's all about the likes, stuff like that, which is too bad because then it makes people focus on the wrong things. See, and there's my rant for the day. We always get one of those little rants, right? We say we might, if we go right through and finish this up like super loose and colorful and be done with it. We'll see. Time will tell. Possible to know the future, I'll tell you that much. And like we say a lot of the time, we do have a goal here. And that is to try a, not a new style, but a very different style of watercolor painting practice here. So very loose, like we say, we're going to try just kind of put in blocks of color. Let the colors sort of mix and meld and go together. Almost more watercolor-ish versus a gouache. I say that and then I do the opposite. So that said, it is fun to practice a different style, to attempt to go a different route, right? Now I'm going through and just kind of picking out shapes of color almost, and trying to put them down almost fast as I see them, so that it stays fresh. And then I'm going through with more water and kind of just, you know, washing it out a little bit. Gonna go in with some purple and blue here actually. I don't want it to look like a black eye though. It's always kind of a tricky challenge. Kind of looks like a psychopath with blood all over him, but we'll cool it off, I think. I hope. Might be when we have to end the stream, remember? Why I do all the things I do. Always have an out. Oh, that's not true. Because it's not a bad, you know, advice, but that's not where my head's at. I enjoy the honesty behind the stream. Like I said, I really like showing the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. It's again, it's all a process. That's all it is. Like we say, our goal is to enjoy that process. Keep slightly changing the reds here. Like I say, I have to put in blues actually like right now. Probably why I keep changing my reds, because I just can't decide which one I like because I don't have the cools yet. So they just all kind of look super warm. I think I want them very, very warm. Especially up here on the hand. Because this is all like, you know, red. To see how I'm gonna do that side part. That's gonna be tricky. Not tricky, but something that I'm not used to doing. Where is this color? Clean up the palette just a little more. Oh, that's not. See that color? It just like came out like black. Great. Dark. Need like I was about to say we're gonna use like light blue. Well, see the green one probably work too. This one. Yeah, boy. Because yeah, like I said, it's not even green. It just was green at some point. I'm thinking we want to go from like a bluish purple. I'm gonna kind of start pretty like crystal blue. That's definitely too much, but I'm curious. Like how purple I'm gonna have to go. I think what I want is I don't want as much pigment, so I'm just kind of trying to pick it up so I can just put more water in there. So it goes down just a little bit lighter here. Maybe not that light, and it might even be closer to a green. Might make sense putting a little green in here. Kind of making it warm again though. Thinking like a pale blue, a pale like crystal purple, like that might be the play here. Just in some parts to kind of start counteracting some of these warms. And then I can kind of keep seeing, you can always overlap. Down here it's kind of a green though. A little bit more green. That green's crazy though. That crystal blue. In doubt, squint it out. Squint down. Gonna put in some cool grays pretty much here. Kind of want them a little bit more blue. one of those fun pieces, like we say. It might work, it might not. But we'll never know till we works down. Kind of want to put some purple in here, actually. I think that purple works a little better to kind of bring those reds and blues together. See, we're just trying different colors that we're seeing lying underneath: reds, blues, greens, cools. And enjoying the process of a piece. You can tell this is very different than our last piece. But that's, I don't know, that's one of the funnest things of art. Right? Maybe it is. Might just be me. I don't even know if I'll like the piece yet, but I'm enjoying the process. I'm having fun. And I'm trying to see what works and what doesn't. Art can be like a lot of things. Art can be, I mean, to an artist, you know what I mean? You can, art can sort of paralyze you, or it can just sort of free you and just go through it and enjoy the process and be okay to try new things and accept that not everything's gonna work. It's just, I don't know, it's freeing compared to that everything has to be perfect in life. Just so exhausting. As an artist, if you're in that rhythm, which again, we've all been there, just really work on getting out of that, freeing that, getting out of that system. And sometimes the best part is, like I say, is trying something new so that it's out of your wheelhouse, so you aren't comfortable in doing what you were doing. And try something new. You might hate it, you might love it, it might become your new medium, you might use it on your next piece, you might throw it away in the trash, you might feel so good. Anything. Again, just go for it. Don't be stuck in that it has to be perfect or I'm not doing it right. Not even not doing it if it's not perfect, but not liking your art if it's not perfect. But it's very much about enjoying the process. Say it, we're going to keep saying it a million more times. Got to enjoy that process. I just got muted. I just got nervous. I've been muted this whole time, and I was like, oh no. I wasn't though. Thank God. Yeah, I don't really want this eye to look like so open. I have to close this. Yeah. With the values. Same with this one. We want to lose a lot of this. Detail-wise, I'm not going to have all of that. I can't see it. If I squint down, there's almost no... I can't see his eye. I mean, I know it's there. I'm not saying that. But one of the things that when I squint down, I certainly do not notice right away. I have to brighten those with a colored pencil. They got too dark quick. Our Harry Potter's looking a little psycho. It's all right. It's all right. We'll allow it. I think a lot of that is gonna be like pen and ink here. Make the difference. Okay, I'm liking it. I was using for blue. The only problem I run into with these things is I end up, just because it's so easy to transition colors, I end up using one like and then just not having any to use. You know. Two worse. Yes, if anybody knows our work, this is very out of our wheelhouse. Watercolor alone is not our medium. We've loved using it. But certainly only have a handful of completed paintings, that's for sure. A lot on that bottom part. Go in there probably with some colored pencils here. You have to get our good dark values in here. Have to. Not with this brush. Actually a pretty good color there. Oh. Kind of trying to put marks on the dark areas so that we can get some values down there and see what it starts to look like. It's all just a fun process, trial and error, especially when you're trying a new technique or new style like this, right? Even more so. And I think I do like that about watercolor. The ability to kind of keep working over it with different mediums as well. Keeps it, like I said, a very freeing medium maybe. because again, you can kind of work through it and you can keep changing and adding to it easier than a lot of other mediums. I don't know, that could just be wrong, put it bluntly. Like oil paint, once you have the oil paint down, you're using oil paint. Acrylic paint, you're kind of using acrylic paint for the most part. You can change to oils, but I feel like most people don't do that. Usually it's like one of those things. You start with acrylic paint, I feel like they usually finish with it, but I don't know. I'm just kind of quickly toning some of this. I'm not going to leave a lot of it like that, or maybe I will. I actually don't hate the quick sort of look we have going here, but we're going to see. That's not the plan right now. I just kind of wanted to start seeing some more values throughout the piece. Yeah, like we said, we're trying a new strat where we're trying to put down colors very, very early and then hopefully get back to them. Leave them. Use colors we don't usually use, as well as marks. Marks we don't usually use. We're trying to really mix it up here. Going through and just laying in again big color shapes here. If people don't recognize that it's Harry Potter, that's fine. It can be a new character out of Hogwarts Legacy. Maybe this is the magician, the wizard I made. It's not a magician. LOL. Don't want it to get too messy, he says, as the whole page is a mess. Yeah, I feel like there's a black on this side somewhere, yeah. Knew we had some dark values over here. So I'm gonna try to use a very dark gray almost. I think I want it a purple gray. To start. So I'm using a very, very vibrant purple. And then kind of tapping it back into the red like zone. I guess I could neutralize it with orange too. That might be the right play. But I want it to stay warm ultimately. All right, let's see what we can, we need to get some values in. Because we have a lot of values that are close to just a perfect, like perfect black. Again, we'll probably end up fixing a lot of this. Not fixing, tweaking a lot of this with colored pencil and pen and ink, all of that sort of stuff. Get up because we did not look where we needed those. Happens to the best of us. Printing down, seeing where these values are gonna fit. You can see it's a very dark maroon almost that I'm working with, because I'm thinking I'll come in with another sort of brown, blue, dark color. We'll see. We'll see though. Looks very weird because it's such a dark value there. Might be too dark, but we're gonna see. Kind of think time-wise, yeah, I was gonna say we're probably out of time-wise. So we almost mentally wanted to like quickly see what we could get done in the time. But we are liking it too, so it's a tricky little choice here. We'll see. We'll see. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. But see how much sometimes it changes pigments on you too. Pigments will change. That's why it's important to put in some dark values so that these feel normal instead of very, very wrong. Because they could be exactly correct. Exactly that. I will do exactly that. It's the office. Sorry. We've had this. My brain just like sometimes just spits out quotes. I don't mean to. I don't know why I do the things I do. It looks too smiley versus like struggling right now. That has to be straighter. To kind of emphasize some of these marks here coming to the nose. A fun little process like this for sure. Again, it's far more freeing to just try something new and see what happens, you know? and enjoy the process along the way. Biggest part. Gonna definitely come back in there with a nice brown, but for now that's I think just helping me see my values here. Kind of going for like a pale pink almost, but close to a gray. But I don't want the value to be too dark, you know? I want it to be close. Good, actually, right here. Keep sort of filling in some of these gap areas. Definitely don't want the value. Kind of want it like a basic tone. That has to come well. Here too, again, I'm gonna put it in, but I'm gonna have to make that value much. I'm still pushing the warms big time, I would say, as far as the color palette that I'm like keep dipping into. Sometimes it's easier too. I've almost started using that when I travel. I use my smaller palette. Sometimes that's easier to use a more limited palette. I don't think you need so many colors because sometimes that just makes it more difficult. More room for error. Especially if you're starting. So I should probably actually be using a little bit smaller of a palette, but wait. We are where we are. Put in some nice dark reds here and there. That will probably stick around, but might also just sort of, be a little bit of a transparent glow. It's a very, very red, vibrant red that I'm working with here. Kind of using it as a transitional color here. Again, almost looking for the highlights and the glows. We're missing still is just the values in the eyes. I like keep making the face because it just like helps to put me in sort of see what I have to accent and keep adding to. Trying to be mean. Really want that. Kind of don't mind that blue. Oh, I almost just did that right on there. Bummer. Been the first time. Been a big whoops though. We need to cover this screen for sure. But it has to be covered like the right way, I think. So that it kind of still shines through. I don't know. I could be wrong. What I know about is values. So that part of the piece we're going to make accurate. And then deal with the color accordingly. The only thing I know sort of that I have to keep consistent is going to be the values. All over the place. It already kind of is. Right. A lot of blues in there. I need to. Problem is 10 minutes left. So let's see if we can get this piece to like a pause, a resting area almost. Because we have to see if the plan is going to be, so I'm aiming for, like I said, like a resting spot here where I can kind of see if I want to leave it or continue. So ultimately I want it to be like at a point that I kind of don't, that I kind of know where I want to go with it, and or that it's complete, A or B. And those are kind of one and the same almost, because in order to continue with it or call it done, I kind of have to know what the plan is. So again, we're going in with a lot of you can see it, all the water there. And we're gonna see what happens here as we continue going through with our nice dark values. Piece is definitely, again, gonna start to come together a little bit more, just because it's not gonna feel like those dark values are just so weird and wrong. But I want to keep it kind of tight so that if I want to call it done, it feels like where it should feel, if that makes sense. And if I want to, again, stop and keep going on it, I can easily enough start on a new section, and it'll all feel connected still. But I think, again, as I put in this black, gray, accurate value, it starts to look more and more like Harry Potter. Values, values, values. If you don't like hearing me say it, you're gonna have a hard time watching the stream. I probably say it too much as it is, but I almost say it that much that I remember to do it myself, to focus on it that much myself. I would say, to be honest. Like anything, if I keep saying it, I'm gonna remember it. Really want to do the glasses with these brushes because I don't really want them to bleed, but I also kind of like that natural look to them. I kind of like how it just like keeps blending right in with everything here, because it just has to. That just isn't that bright there. I think I've left a lot of brighter values so that I can continue to see, but a lot of that just is going to be like kind of a perfect dark value here. I've ever drawn Harry Potter. Kind of said that earlier, but I was thinking about it and I was like, wait, did I at some point? And no, I definitely never have, which is weird. So I was definitely a big Harry Potter fan. I feel like everything I've ever been like a fan of, I definitely drew, but I recall on a Harry. A lot of water over here, huh? All right. Make do. We will make it work. Like, I wanted a dark red, but not that. This. Nailed it. Liking, working, you know. Fortunately, won't be able to finish it here. But like we said, that's kind of why I'm trying to see where I want to get it to and leave it. And kind of figure out if there's more after. Probably come back to it and finish it up. We're going to do an oil painting tomorrow. Maybe we can continue this. Because Hogwarts comes out tomorrow, actually, so might make sense. But yeah, we think we like where it is, that we're gonna definitely keep going with it. Pretty fun piece too. A lot of emotion, a lot of energy. And I'm gonna keep saying it, but very out of our wheelhouse, so it's a fun little challenge, adventure. Quite look like he's like a face, but it also doesn't really look like that's his face, so it's a little weird here. The value underneath is a little too bright there, maybe. Looks rugged. He looks like a battle-hardened Mr. Potter. No? Yeah, what's happening is it looks too weird underneath here because it's too bright of a value for sure. So it just kind of looks weird under there because it's not quite right. Same with the nose, I believe. We have to get, oh, the eyes are looking crazy. Could use a blow dryer here, but. Happy we found these beads too. These at least get, the mood right. I dig them at least. You guys do too. Little blue here and there. We're gonna see again if it stays, if we pick it up. But some of the places that I'm seeing white that doesn't belong, I'm gonna put a super cool blue here. I don't mean cool like, wow, that's a cool color. Cool like temperature. I found it. That lifted up. Right. All right. 5 minutes here. Gonna probably have to pick up a lot of those values there. That's why it's gonna be kind of a fun piece to come back into, I believe. Hear me. Dark brown, and then because again, putting it down without putting just so much water in, they do want those values, like we said. The color can look pretty weird, but we want the values to be correct. Always. We'll have to tighten. We'll definitely end up going back into this because it is kind of a fun piece. I'm liking it so far. Definitely have to tighten up the eyes with a little bit of colored pencil, probably. A little bit more watercolor marks for sure. And again, pick a lot of it up so we get some of those transparent colors shining through that are going to be so nice. I think that's definitely the same start to that Drake song. Not a stopwatch, don't ever stop. Definitely the same intro. I think that's where we have to leave it here. And just for now, we'll be back on this probably tomorrow, realistically. The 10th is actually the release date for Hogwarts, so it would make sense. And then we can kind of keep cleaning it up because, again, I kind of like it, so... It has some good layers, some good vibrancy to it. I think if we keep fixing it, not fixing it, but keep building on it, it'll come together real nice. Kind of cleaning up a few edges so I can, again, kind of have a somewhat finished focal point here, at least as I continue going. And again, kind of know where I was so I can come back to it when I start again. Yeah, tomorrow we'll fix up base for sure. Not fix up, finish. Keep saying fix up. I don't mean fix. We just have to keep finishing it and building on it. and we'll be able to do that with colored pencil. And as this dries, I think we're going to be very surprised how much pigment fades out of it. So we'll be able to keep building that as well. We might even come in with some alcohol markers and have a lot of fun. But yeah, have to wrap it up here. Right. Yes. That's where we're going to wrap it up. That's where we're going to leave it. A lot of blues, a lot of greens, a lot of marks. As that all settles in, we're going to go over it again. We're going to pick a lot of it up. And that'll show the light, the transparency all throughout here, the figure and the nose. We'll continue down here. We're going to start blurring this hand out. And kind of just see if we can make the wand look like it's glowing somehow. But that's going to be tomorrow. So make sure hit that like, you hit that sub, you hit that bell so you don't miss it, because we never know where it's going to finish. We never know how it's going to come out. So we'll be back finishing this up. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. And until tomorrow, stay healthy, stay happy. Much love, gang.